At exactly 6:14 a.m., my wife stepped through the front door smelling of a man's cologne I did not own. She thought she had successfully buried her dirty little secret in a cheap hotel room across town. What she didn't know was that by 9 a.m., she would be completely jobless, utterly broke, and legally dead to me. Let that sink in. It all started with an office birthday party. My wife Ashley insisted her new boss was throwing a massive celebration. She claimed her attendance wasn't just optional, it was mandatory for her career. I shrugged it off. I told her to go, have fun, and stay safe. But midnight came and went. Silence. By 2 a.m. My living room felt like a pressure cooker. I called her phone, but it went straight to voicemail. By 3 a.m., I thought I was pacing back and forth, the quiet of the house screaming at me. A toxic mix of worry and sharp, cold anger began to settle deep in my chest. Was she just having too much to drink with colleagues? Or was it something much worse? I tried to shut down the dark thoughts. But deep down, your gut always knows when a lie is being born. At dawn, the front door finally clicked open. Ashley slipped inside, looking completely ruined. Her hair was a tangled mess. Her designer dress was creased, and her eyes darted away the second they met mine. Guilt was written all over her face. And then there was the smell, a faint, heavy trace of expensive male cologne. "You're awake," she whispered, trying to slide past me into the hallway. "I never slept," I replied. My voice was dangerously flat. "Where were you?" She stammered through a pathetic, rehearsed story about the party running late and coworkers begging her to stay. It was a terrible performance. I didn't argue. I didn't yell. I just watched her crawl into bed and pretended to believe her. But the moment the bathroom door closed and the shower started running the next morning, I grabbed her phone. That is when the trap was set. What I found on that screen lit a freezing fire in my veins. Weeks of flirty messages, secret calculated plans, and then the final blow. A reservation confirmation for a luxury hotel suite under her boss's name. My hands were shaking, but inside, my mind suddenly went completely quiet. It was a terrifying, absolute clarity. When she stepped out of the bathroom, drying her hair, I was sitting on the edge of the bed, holding her unlocked phone. "Ashley," I said quietly, "how long has this been going on?" She froze. Then the tears came. She fell to her knees, sobbing, begging, screaming that it was a stupid mistake. But here's the catch. Mistakes don't take weeks of planning. Mistakes don't require booking hotel rooms. She had made a conscious choice to destroy our life, and now it was my turn to choose. I didn't scream. I played the part of the broken, quiet husband. But behind that mask of grief, I was already building her execution dock. I needed blood-proof evidence. I hired a private investigator who tracked them with surgical precision, capturing high-definition photos that left zero room for denial. I took the entire file to the best divorce attorney in the city. If she thought she could betray me and walk away into a sunset with a fat settlement, she was about to get a brutal reality check. But I wasn't done. Her boss had a family too. I tracked down his wife and requested a quiet meeting. When I slid the folder across the table to her, the color drained from her face. Then her eyes turned to pure ice. Right there, over cold coffee, an alliance was born. We planned every single move with military precision, legally, socially, and professionally. Ashley thought my quiet distance was just heartbreak. In reality, I was just waiting for the concrete to dry on her grave. A week later, the hammer fell. I served her with divorce papers, attaching every single piece of evidence to the public filing. She was utterly blindsided. Because of the undeniable proof, she walked away with absolutely nothing. No alimony, no assets, and zero sympathy from the court. But the final blow was delivered by her boss's wife. She marched directly into the company's annual board meeting. In front of the entire executive team, she laid out the proof of his workplace misconduct and affairs. Their secret romance didn't just end, it became a corporate execution. He lost his promotion, his career, and his reputation in a single afternoon. And because he was desperate to save his own skin, he immediately fired Ashley. She was left with absolutely nothing. The night she came crawling back to my doorstep, weeping and begging me to call off the lawyers, I looked her dead in the eye. "That morning you came home from his party, you thought you found your new beginning," I told her. "But you actually walked right into the end of your life." She wanted a celebration. I gave her a funeral. Some betrayals can never be undone.